There's been a lot of talk about the Blatnik Bridge of late, but today the conversation shifted down the St. Louis River to the Bong.
Tonight, the public got a chance to sound off and hear about how it'll handle the extra traffic when the Blatnik shuts down for years.
And Northern News Now's Jeffrey McClure was there and provides a glimpse into the Bong's future.
The Twin Ports Interchange project reached a milestone this week, and for one Hermantown resident who works in Superior, it was a major change.
Finally driving over that section of 535 between I-35 and Garfield. I've lived here 2.5 years. I've never driven on that section, so there's excitement of something new.
As the can of worms is detangled, attention is beginning to turn to upcoming plans to reconstruct the Blatnik Bridge. That construction will mean an extra 33,000 vehicles per day traveling over the Bong Bridge. Highway crews are already preparing with maintenance that begins next year.
We're going to make sure that there's always one lane open in each direction, and also sort of the whole gist of the project is we want to make sure that we do these lane closures before the additional traffic from the Blatnik is on the Bong.
The main impact for most who use the Bong in 2025 will be week-long closures of interchange ramps on the Minnesota side as they receive new concrete ceiling. All of this work on the Bong would have happened anyways, but not for a long time. Now, it's been moved up to prepare for the extra traffic. Work that leaders say will make life more convenient for drivers, even if it doesn't seem like it.
The way they're doing this closure is actually really smart because they have the entire length of the project that they can pivot and accelerate work in other sections.
In Superior, Jeffrey McClure, Northern News Now.
That Bong maintenance next year is also going to include repainting, rubber strip seal, and light pole replacements. Should all cost about $3 million. A Blatnik reconstruction should then begin in late 2026 or early 2027. Still to come, a Duluth